All right, football fans, it's that time. Precise football evaluation is here, and today we are evaluating Jalen Carter from Georgia. And this guy has been all over the draft board from potentially being the number one overall draft pick, and here lately with some of his off the field issues and weight gain, he has been dropping down the board just a little bit. But we're here to evaluate his film, and we'll talk about some of the things that's going on with him once the film is done. So let's evaluate his film and check it out. And I'll give you some of my evaluation points on and scouting points as we watch him. His number is number 88. Big defensive lineman, 6'3", 300. They've just weighed him at 329 here recently. He's gained some weight. But we'll say right now that he's around, they were posting it as 314 at season's end. So here we go. So that's him right there, big boy. Right through the line, killed the quarterback. I love his speed already. For him to be such a big guy, he is super fast. Watch him, he's standing up. Got a great first step. I like his first step better than Tyree Wilson. And Tyree Wilson's the edge rusher. He held the line well, took control of the line of scrimmage, and got that tackle. Shed blocker great too. So that's him standing up. He's pretty much in the same spot. He's at that facing toward the offense. He's that left defensive tackle. Oh, nice. Look at there. Push the guy all the way back in there. I don't like that.
Jalen Carter, he's going to spy first, and then he's going to delay rush as soon as the quarterback leaves the pocket.
That may have been a design defensive play. I said I didn't like it at first. This is my first time watching this highlight video, and they do call a defensive lineman to do a delay blitz, or actually it wouldn't be a blitz for him because he's a defensive lineman, but they used to do that to me in high school. Though I played nose guard, I was right over the center. That we had to play once in a while where I would actually be in a delayed blitz, to where I'd pretend that I'd go in coverage and then I would blitz. I think they're doing the same thing here with him. So I'm going to take that back. I didn't like that play because it looked like it was a design defensive play for him to delay that rush. You do that because once all the offensive linemen have an assignment. And once they see their assignment step back into coverage, then they're looking to help someone else. Then when you do that delay blitz, it's open for you, just like what happened with him on that play. So that worked out fantastically. He did a swim on that. He closed on that tackle. Boy, that's a great tackle. So he did good. He shimmied right on down the line. He did that shuffling his feet right on over, turned, found the point of attack, and went to it and got him. That's a good play. Now, this is my specialty. I can do all the positions in football, but this is certainly my specialty because I was a D-line. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. They tried to reach block him. You can't reach block that guy. I will forget that. He got double teamed. Come off the double team. That's beautiful. He got double teamed and come off of that and got the tackle. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get him one-on-one. You see, that's what you want with a defensive lineman. Watch him right here. Let me get to it. All right, so they've already snapped the ball. I'm in the yellow. So here he is right here. Now what he's going to do, he's going to hold his line of scrimmage right here, because that's what you want to do as an offensive or a defensive lineman, is that you want to take control of the line of scrimmage. You don't want to be pushed back into your plays as an offensive lineman. You don't want to be pushed away from the play as a defensive line. He holds the guy, and then this guy comes out here and he shimmy moves over here and gets the tackle. Moves, attacks. See? It's fantastic. All over it. Here he is right here, again in that same position. They were in a 4-3 defense on that. Now they're in a 3-4. They're in a hard 3-4 too. Now here's your 3-4. Let's step back just a second. Just in case you don't know, 3-4, it's got to do with your 7 defensive players right here. You got your 3 defensive linemen, 2 and 3. So that's your 3, and then here's your 4. 3-4 defense. You got this guy here that's playing press man. This guy here is playing a zone. And then you got your 2 safeties playing like a Tampa 2, taking the deep half. See, he's holding that line of scrimmage, shuffling his feet. Guy's a monster now. Just overpowered him. He's got sensational power. So he's back in his regular position. They shift over to that side. The reason they did that is because he goes to the heavy side of the defense. Oh yes. Woo! He's just all over it. Let me see that play again, because I was looking at the wrong guy. Okay, he's down there at the bottom. Okay. A one-on-one, it's going to be hard to block that guy one-on-one there in the NFL. He did the swim technique. That was my favorite. And look, he picked the guy up off the ground, just held him with one arm. Look. And then he holds his other arm up there, watch. Picks him up and just holds him like a baby. Wow, son, that's crazy. Let's go back to that. Alright, so here he is right here. You'll see him do the swim technique. What I was talking about earlier. When I was, I think it was a Tyree. Watch the swim. Slap him over. We used to, back when I played, you used to take your hand and slap the offensive lineman upside the helmet and then go over, but they have made that illegal to do now. You have to hit the shoulder pad. So he's down here toward us, down at the bottom. They did another swim and blocked the pass. Okay, he's at defensive tackle on our side here. Wow! Good gracious alive, boy, did you see that? Not dude slam off his feet. Pow! God! Yeah, that wasn't a good clip. He did, he got it. All right, so here we are on Jalen Carter's scout sheet of mine. He stands at 6'3", 314 pounds, which they say now he's gained a little bit of weight since his pro day, and he's at, I think, 9 days after his pro day, he had gained 9 pounds. Last listed at 329. He ran a 4.96 40, so I ran a faster 40 than him. But I wasn't near his size either. I was playing defensive line at about 260. Okay, here's some concerning things that I found on my research that I want to talk about. It says right here, let's squeeze this in just a little bit. It says Georgia defensive tackle Jalen Carter was 9 pounds heavier than he was at his NFL combine about 2 weeks ago and couldn't finish his position drills at Georgia's pro day on Wednesday. Carter, who was once considered a potential number one pick in April's draft, weighed 323 pounds at the pro day. He opted to do only position drills and didn't participate in other aspects of the workout, including the 40-yard dash, cone drills, and other physical tests. Carter didn't finish the position drills because he was cramping up and breathing heavily. Carter worked out in front of scouts and coaches from all 32 NFL teams in Georgia's indoor facilities, 3 head coaches, Falcons Arthur Smith, Bears Matt Eberflus. I don't even know how to say our own coach's name, Eberflus, and Steelers Mike Tomlin were in attendance. Arthur Smith is not the head coach. I don't know what he thought. He's the owner of the Falcons. So that's a bit concerning for me too. Said that he was breathing heavily. Uh, so I don't know what's going on with him because you know that he's had that recent arrest. Now he's gaining weight. He's his pro day he didn't want to do anything. Didn't do the 40-yard dash, cone drills, or other physical tests. So that's got to be concerning. That's probably why he's dropping down the draft. If the guy can get his head together, he can be a nightmare. He could actually be the defensive player of the year, defensive player, rookie of the year defensively. This guy, I think, is the real deal. I'm a little concerned about the things that's going on over the last few months, and he's got to straighten that out. If he gets that straight, this guy could be rookie defensive of the year, no doubt. This guy can be a potential Pro Bowler, and I'm not a guy that's huge on drafting defensive linemen early. I think you can get defense. To me, defensive linemen come dime a dozen. I just do. I think you can just put them in certain places. It's almost like when Carolina Panthers drafted Derek Brown several years ago over Isaiah Simmons, and I was like, huge mistake. And it's turned out to be that he's not even been near as good as Isaiah Simmons. I'm just not huge on defensive linemen getting drafted early, but this guy right here, he really has that J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald kind of feel. Not saying that he's as good as they are, but he's good. Uh, I think he's deserving of a top 10 pick. I think a team will take a chance on him. If he gets over all of this stuff that's going on with him, that he can't get himself right now, and he goes back to Georgia, Jalen Carter, look out. This guy can be the number one defensive lineman over the next 10 years, especially with Aaron Donald looking at possibly retiring here soon. So let's look over some of his strengths that I've ran into, and these aren't ones that I've put. These are some that I found, and I'm just going to go. It's going to be more like a question and answer thing for myself. on what they thought. Outstanding lean muscle mass with proportional structure. I agree with that. Uh, Rockets out of stance and into premium position off the snap. I agree with that. Step and swim moves create upper hand by bypass guards. I agree with that. Accurate, compact hands keep him in ready position to handle business. Holds the point during lateral engagements to monitor both gaps. I agree with that. And that's important as a defensive line. Widens base and rolls hips to door jam the double team. I agree with that. Flurries with hand combinations to disorient protection, upper and lower body in harmony for edge to edge rush approach, batters edge, and opens door to pocket with forceful club move. And that's an important move. That's when you take your arm and you go underneath the offensive lineman and you can take control. You can lean your body weight into him and keep him from pushing you away. And you can actually you can defend a run or pass with that move, the club move. Leverage makes him difficult to redirect once he finds blocker's edge. Leverage is key as a defensive lineman too. I think one thing that helped me in high school and in pros is that I got short legs. I'm 6'2", but I wear a 32 length in pants. I got a tall torso and upper body, and I think that's what helped me so well was I had such great leverage because I had short legs. Weaknesses. Let's look at his weaknesses real quick. Could use a little more mass against NFL guards. I don't agree with that. I mean, he was already at his best at 314, and he's a defensive tackle, not a nose guard or a nose tackle. Your nose tackles need to be beefy. Your defensive tackles need to be able to be lean and maneuverable. I think if he put something just like he's doing right now, where he's at 323, he needs to get back down to 310, 314. 300 plus pounds, 300, 315 pounds. That's a great weight for a defensive lineman. So I don't agree with that. Loses momentum when snapping power with true heavyweights or swapping power with true heavyweights. I disagree with that. I didn't see that either. Tank run out of gas in college football playoff semifinals against Ohio State. I have no idea. Could use more diversified rush approach. He looked fine to me. Scouts say maturity has been an issue for him at times. Concerning, because the things that's been going on here lately has been the maturity, and that's his own fault. That's his only fault that I can find. If he gets himself mentally right for the NFL, this guy is going to be a Pro Bowl star. He's got all the techniques, the mechanics. He's got the motor. He's got the speed. He's got the rush edge. He's got the moves. He's got the hands. He's got the feet. He's got everything you need to be a defensive lineman in the NFL. This guy gets himself together up here, he's going to be a force. So that's my evaluation of Jalen Carter. Again, we'll get them all together once I go through quite a few of them, and we'll measure them all up together, especially the first rounders. So that's it for this episode of Precise Football Evaluation. Until next time, I want y'all to have a great day. And for now, that's it from me. We'll see you.